Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the one and only Honcho J23, and you are now tuned in to the latest, hottest, most episodic show on all social media platforms. That is Independent Scene Podcast. I am officially your host, Honcho J23. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you guys to the platform, welcome you guys to the show. Hope that you guys are inspired. Hope that you guys learn a lot. We got a really dope artist in the building. He goes by the name of Justin Demond. We're going to be chopping it up with him right here on episode 179 of Independent Scene, the podcast. If you guys are new to this platform, please feel free to comment, like, share, all that good stuff. But with that being said, my guest is in the building. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome my guest at this time right here on episode 179 in the hot seat, in the Independent Scene podcast hot seat. That is my boy, the one and only Justin Demond. Let's get it. What's up, man?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. What's going on with you, my brother?
Nothing much, nothing much. Happy Friday.
Thank you. Same to you. Same to
Thank
you, my
you.
guy. Most
Thank
definitely,
you.
most definitely. First of all, I want to welcome you to the platform. It's definitely, again, something that I've been waiting to do. So I'm definitely
Yeah,
glad and honored to be able to give it to you.
thank you.
But real quick, introduce yourself to the people. Let the people know who you are, and then we're gonna jump right into it.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Justin DeMine. I'm a R&B cat from South Carolina. I just turned 28. Happy belated birthday to myself.
Happy belated.
Thank you. And that's just, you can find all my music on all platforms, YouTube, Apple Music, Google Music, all that good stuff.
Okay. I feel that. All right. So first things first, man. We gotta get into it. So, what
Mhm.
inspired you to want to do music? Like, what made you want to say, like, yo, this is something that I really love to do?
Well, music has been something it runs in my blood. I come from a musical family background.
Okay.
So I just thought at a young age of 5, just seeing my older cousins sing in the church, my auntie, because they well known around here in our area. So just
Okay.
seeing them, and that just made me want to get into music that much.
Okay. All right. So with your career being the way it has been,
hmm
what has been one of the most rewarding things about your career? Finally coming into it and really, tapping full fledged into it.
Well, getting to meet a lot of different people, working with a lot of different producers, songwriters, meeting different type of different artists, and just learning much more about myself as well. So that's a very good blessing and everything to me as well. So.
Okay.
hmm
All right. So real quickly, man, talk to us a little bit about your growing up, man. What was growing up like for you? Like, coming into your own as a man and really and realizing what it was that you wanted to do with your life.
Yeah, so growing up for me, in South Carolina, especially I'm in the country part, like the country
Okay.
country,
Okay.
kids growing up for me, it's been, it's been real good. I haven't really experienced any type of, racism or any stuff like that. Everyone in my town, we get along black, white, orange, and all that good stuff.
Right. Right.
We support everyone where I'm from. Um, it's just been a really easy journey. I mean, being from the country, it's kind of hard to really, get yourself out there in front of mainstream because we have to travel to Charlotte, we have to travel to Atlanta. But I got a real good, I got a real good job. I make good money, so I'm able to take myself from point A to point B. So growing up in the South, it's been real good.
Okay.
hmm
Now, real quick, I gotta address,
hmm
this project, this
hmm
album.
Yeah.
Tell us about this album, man. I had that pleasure of listening to it. Definitely great, as I like to call most projects, masterpieces. Um,
Gotcha.
yeah, tell us about that, man. What was it like putting that project together?
It was fun. Me and my brother, we wrote every word, we wrote every song together. We worked with a lot. I'll try to work with producers from South Carolina because I want to, give my brothers, down here a good shining light as well, shine a light on them some. So we worked with a lot of producers here from South Carolina. We wrote songs together, me and my brother. So that was a very great thing because I was able to, share that moment with my brother. I'm trying to make a million with my brother.
Right,
Keep the
right,
money in the family.
right, exactly.
But it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was very expensive because I don't have a team behind me, so I was actually giving stuff out in my pockets. Those producers, they want their money right then and there. They ain't waiting to the last
Right,
minute. Everybody want
right.
their stuff right then. That's you got to make sure everybody got paid on time. The studio paid on time. But other than that, you know, with this album, it was very good. You know, it was my first EP. I feel like I still got a lot more to learn. I feel like I still got a lot more to say. So I'm actually in the studio right now working on some new material. So stay tuned for that as well.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And real quick, give us a quick recap of the title of your album.
It's titled "One of I Live For," and it's basically the first single that I ever released it back in 2019. Titled "One of I Live For," so I just decided to name the album that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So real quick, so with the songs that you put into this
Yeah.
project, man, like what was the message and the motto behind, putting out this EP and these tracks?
So putting out these EPs in this track, it's basically titled like it's the title is "One of I Live For." It's basically a guy, you know, talking to different females in the track, you know, with the title "One of I Live For," just basically letting the girl know, you know, I give you everything, you know, as long as you hold me down, you're gonna be the one I live for. Can't nobody else take you away from me, or can't nobody take me away from you.
Right,
Yes and no is a freaky song. So that's basically letting the girl know, you know, I done gave you everything, so what you gonna do? You gonna give it to me or you're not gonna give it to me? So you
right.
have those type of tracks. And then one of my favorite is an up tempo track called "Dancing to Your Heart." And that's just basically trying to convince the girl, you know, let me get inside, let me be the guy for you, let me get inside of your heart and all that good stuff.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay. Now let me ask you this. So,
Hmm.
kind of now with the world kind of opening back up, man,
Yeah.
I gotta ask, what's it like, man, being able to, go out there and perform and do your thing, and not only do your thing, but you have the people that support you and really are able to, sing along with you to the music and vibe to the music. What is it like for you?
It's actually it's a blessing. Just this past weekend I had a show in my area, so it was very local. So a lot of my family and friends was able to come out, and just to hear them, you know, singing the lyrics to my song it was very good. It just made me feel good because no, I'm not even going to Charlotte and Atlanta, and a lot of people don't know me just yet in those areas. So you know, people ain't singing along with your song because they don't really
Right,
know them. But when I
right.
was able to perform in front of my family and friends this past weekend, it was just a wonderful blessing. So I enjoy it either way.
Okay, and so now that takes me to my next thing I was going to ask, because I was
Hmm.
speaking on family and things of that nature. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you have a pretty huge support system,
Yeah.
and I would like to know, and people want to know, how does your family deal with, the success that you're creating for yourself and the lane that you're creating for yourself?
You know, they support me 100%. You know, I always be teasing, but they think I be teasing, but I be real serious. I be telling my siblings, you know, I'm trying to, you know, make a longevity for all of us, just not for myself. You know, if whatever I could do, you know, to help you guys, you know, I'm willing because I do got some talent, brothers and sisters. And I'll be joking with them like we gonna do a reality TV show. I'm gonna put my family on, just like how Kim did with her family. You know, like getting
Right.
those big names. So yeah, I mean, they really support me 100%. They if they can't make it to my show, they always make sure they tune on Facebook Live every time I do an interview or something. They always share it. They show me mad love.
Most definitely, most
Hmm.
definitely. Okay, okay. So let me ask you this, man. So
Yeah,
with and this, I'm gonna kind of be switching gears
yeah.
from time to time. So, when it comes to what's going on worldly, that
Hmm.
being the pandemic and things of that nature, man.
Yeah.
Has this pandemic helped you in any way or benefited you in any kind of way?
Yeah, it did. It actually gave me time. Because at that point, a lot of stuff wasn't doing shows, so we couldn't do any type of shows. So it gave me time to actually work on my craft.
Right,
And just, take my time with my music. So I wasn't in a rush to probably put something out that I was going to regret because, at that point we wasn't doing no show. So I had enough time to actually go back and fix some things that I wasn't really satisfied with. So
right.
I'm gonna say the pandemic didn't slow me down at all.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, what's been some of the best advice that you've gotten in your life that has kept you motivated, kept you going?
The number one advice that I got, it was from my engineer. He always say, you have to keep in mind that you're a new artist. Nobody is waiting on you to drop anything because nobody don't really know you just like that.
Right,
So
right,
take your time to work on your craft because your music is really your portfolio. Once you, no, excuse me, not your portfolio, but your resume. Once you hand out that resume and people like what they see, they're going to keep coming asking you for more. So just take your time and work on your craft and don't be in a rush to put it out there so quickly.
most definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely agree
Yeah.
with that. All right, so let me ask you this: when it comes to goals and aspirations, man,
Yeah.
and now with us being in the year of 2021, what's been
Yeah.
some of those goals and aspirations that you've set for yourself?
My goals is just to continue to be a better person, become a better, stronger artist because I feel like even some of the greatest they still practice. I still got a lot more stuff that I want to work with myself. I want to just be that that great entertainment, like on the Beyonce level, the Usher levels, and the Chris Brown levels. But I know that's going to take time and work. So I have to be able to, take the criticism and then also just put in that hard extra work. So my
Most
goals
definitely.
is just to be, a successful artist, and I don't want to be just an R&B artist. I want to be globally. I want to be
Right.
big.
Right.
I want to be a big brand.
Okay, okay. Now, real quickly,
Hmm.
we've been having, as of late, we've been having basically what they call the versus battles, and I'm not sure how,
Yeah,
what I'm saying. And we've had so many legendary, iconic, battles that have went down in history as some of the
yeah,
greatest. But I got to know from you, man,
yeah.
what's been your favorite, and who do you see next, man? Going one on one.
My favorite, hands down, I would say was Brandy and Monica. Because
Okay,
I'm a big fan of both, and
okay,
I respect everything that they have done in the game. So I love Brandy and Monica. That was everybody was waiting to see that one. That was real big for R&B right there.
okay, okay.
Um, who I would like to see in the future, I would really love to see, because I call Usher my father in music. I would love to see Usher and Justin Timberlake go head to head.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. All right. So now again, switching gears,
Hmm.
kind of want to touch on, of course, the elephant in the room. We
Yeah.
recently just had the loss of legendary iconic superstar DMX.
Yeah.
Such a a trailblazer,
Hmm.
in hip hop,
Yeah.
and he definitely left his legacy. But I got to know from you, man, what was
Yeah.
your thoughts? What were your thoughts, and what was your, what was going through your mind when you heard or you heard or seen the news about the passing of DMX?
Yeah, so when I heard of it was very heartbreaking. You don't want nobody, because I feel like he was still young and he still had a lot more to give. And one of my favorite songs by DMX is called "Slippin'," the Slippin'. And
Right,
so when he passed away, I instantly went to that song, because that song I just love that song regardless. And then just
right.
his passage made that song just relate to me more, and just relate more to the lyrics. But he's not suffering no more. So God makes no mistakes. So he's in a better place now. So.
True, true. Now, speaking on another artist,
Hmm.
who has, been trending, as they say, trending worldwide, that being Lil Nas X. He put out a
Yeah,
song, and a video, and a lot of, and of course, the world, it took the world by storm, because
yeah,
everybody was saying, it was controversial,
yeah,
it was, religion based, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
But I got to get your intake on that. Like, what did you get from all of that, what I'm saying, coming from him?
I just feel like y'all just let that brother make his let him make his music, let him make his money. I mean, if he's not really affecting you, then what's the beef about? Because
Right,
you got these rappers out here that be talking about slap a bitch, fuck a bitch, she gonna have my baby. But I mean, that having kids out of wedlock, that's a sin as well. So I mean, he ain't doing nothing than what these rappers are doing as well. I think they just they just getting more offensive to, because he's a gay artist. But I'm pretty
right.
sure if he was a straight artist, they wouldn't be really bugging about that
Exactly,
situation. Yeah.
exactly. Now, and it's fun, and it's funny you mentioned that, because
Hmm.
and I think that's the thing. You have so many artists with so many different talents
Yeah.
who are again trying to find themselves, and trying to find their lane. But when it's like, when it may be something where it's not of the norm, people tend to want to beef and bicker and go back and forth. And when I wonder from you, why do we have so many artists today that feel like, one person is trying to steal their shine and the other person is trying to outdo them? Why do we have so much of that going on within the music world?
I mean, I feel like, it's the music business is, even though it's, I mean, it's all about money and all that stuff. It's like they say, so what they say is 95% business, 5% talent. It's all about who's hot. They everybody want to remain on top. So I feel like, when they say, oh, your song is better, but we like this song better, then that kind of makes that artist feel like, okay, well, I have to, step my game up, and they just start hating on the next person. So just trying to work together and just create and make something very beautiful. But, you know, that's my take on it.
Okay, most definitely, most definitely. Now, real quick, who has been some of your influences in the music world?
The music world, my influences, well, Michael Jackson is one.
Okay, okay.
You
Rest in
know,
peace to him.
yes, Usher,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Chris Brown.
Okay.
I love Beyonce. I got to give it to her. I used to always say back in school, and they used to call me. I ain't gonna say they call me corny, but I used to say I always want to be the male version of Beyonce, because Beyonce is just, she just got that it factor. I mean,
Right.
she's just it. She's
Right.
the hottest thing. Regardless if she released something today or tomorrow, she's gonna
Right.
remain on top. And then I
Right.
would say, Trey Songz.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, okay. Definitely some huge heavy hitters out there in the
Mm-hmm.
game, man. So, and that takes me to my next question. So,
Yeah.
when it comes to collaborations and things of
Mm-hmm.
that nature, man, I'm sure you would love to get in the booth with them,
Yeah.
and lay down the track. But has there been anybody else outside of them that you've come across or that you've seen that you're like, yo, like I would love to get in the studio and really, and really do my thing with them?
Yeah. It do have to be talking about like independent artists.
It can either be local or entertainment wise, either or.
Well, I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna give you one for like independent wise,
Okay.
but local artists, and I'm gonna give you one on mainstream. So
Okay.
my mainstream, the number one person who I always want to do a song with, I say Drake.
Okay.
I can see Drake and me doing something in the future. You know,
Okay.
if
Okay.
that's God's willing.
Okay.
Then locally, Trey, what's his name? I don't want to mess up the brother name. Trace, Falsetto.
Trust. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
VIP
Okay.
room.
Yeah, yeah. That's my guy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
He's
bro.
good. He's good people. He's good people.
Most definitely.
He's very talented.
Yes, indeed he is. All right,
Mm.
so now again, I'm switching gears. So real quick, when it comes to social media, man, because social media
Yeah.
is larger than life, and pretty much now everything is on social media nowadays. So I gotta know, man. It's a three-part question. So for one,
Mm-hmm.
how has social media helped you, or benefited you anyway with connecting with the people? That's the first question I'm gonna ask.
Gotcha. Well, social media helps me a lot. I'm real big on social media. Like on Facebook, I always be playing around with like I'll be telling my friends that I'll be like, on Facebook, I'm like Beyonce on Facebook. On Snapchat, I'm like Kelly Rowland, but on Instagram, I'm like Michelle Williams. So I'm
Right,
trying to get my Instagram up a little higher because on Facebook, that's why I always go to Facebook first because I get so much love on Facebook, regardless of if it's friends or family. It's just, if I post something, I'm getting like almost 200 likes in 30 minutes or something like
right,
that. And like
right.
when I released my first video, it went crazy within 20 minutes. Like I was already
Wow.
in the thousands in 20 minutes, and I just have released it. So, social media is real big to me. It's all about connecting with your fans. You got to stay, you got to stay in touch with social media. You just can't come on social media and leave for about a good 5 months and then expect you to come back. You got to stay in tune, especially when you're an artist. You have to stay in tune because on
Right,
social media you get to connect with different other type of artists. That's how I learned about Trace Falsetto. I was on
right.
Instagram and I saw his music. I follow him. He followed me back. I don't reach out to him sometime, and he's a very good guy. So I feel like social media leads you to to a lot of open doors with other stuff. Because where I'm from, I really don't hear about all these performance opportunities. But on Instagram, that's why I be hearing them from. So I be getting people DMs like, hey, you got a spot for me to join, and this, that, and the third. And this is how I met you on Instagram. So
Most
social media is
definitely.
very helpful.
Most definitely. Okay.
Yeah,
Now, real quick. Also, speaking of social media, which social media app do you spend your time the most on?
Facebook.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And so now my third thing is being a part of social media and being
yeah.
able to connect with people, man. What is it like when you have those people that connect with you, through social media and are able to put you in on things or bring you in on different projects and different events. Like, how does that make you feel as an artist?
It makes me feel good. It makes me feel real good because I'm feel like when I release my music on social media, a lot of people do take the time out their day to listen to it. And if they like what they say, they give me positive feedback, and I be having a lot of DJs. Hey, yo, let me play this record for you at my spot, no charge. So it feels good, when I release my stuff on social media, and people give me positive feedback, and then I be connecting with a lot of DJs, especially on Instagram. So
Okay, okay. Now, again, switching gears, we want to get into a worldly topic. We recently also,
hmm
had the verdict rendered for the guy that murdered George Floyd.
yeah,
He was found guilty, and of
hmm
course, everybody went in an uproar because
yeah.
everybody felt like he finally got what he deserved. But what I wonder from you, what was your take on that whole verdict being called down the middle?
I was on eggshells. Like I was working and I was checking my phone at the same time, working and checking my phone at the same time. And I was just going on Shave on to see if I had any updates. And then when I saw that he was guilty, I felt like, it's leading us in the right direction to hold these police accountable. You guys are here to protect us, not to kill us,
Right,
you
right,
know.
right, right.
So I was very
Now,
happy for that verdict.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. So, and I know you mentioned at the top of the show that you probably never really dealt with racism or anything like that.
Yeah.
But, when you hear about stories like these and you see things like these, with, our young black men and women, our kings and queens out here being killed, does that put like a defense wall up for you, as knowing that you're an artist and you're a black man at that and trying to just, really out
Hmm.
here trying to make it?
Yeah, because my mom always worried when I leave the house. She always tell me, make sure you call me when you get here. Make sure you call me when you get there. Be safe, because you just never know when if I leave home, will I be, gunned down by a police officer or by just anybody. So
Right.
it's very scary because I'm out here just trying to do right and take care of myself and my family, and I just want to be able to make it home, the same
Most,
night.
most
So I
definitely.
sometimes I do be worried, especially, and I'm gonna be honest, when I be going to them clubs, cause you know how them clubs be getting them people get that drink in their system, and then they be
Yeah,
wanting to
man.
pop up. And I be like, why don't y'all been beefing all week? Why y'all don't wait till y'all come to an event to start this mess?
Right,
So
right,
I I try to stay in network as much as I can, but when it's time to go, it's time to go.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So now I wanna ask you this, man,
Hmm.
because out of your entire career, man,
Hmm.
what is it about you as a person and as an artist and for as your career? What is it that you want the people to mainly remember about you? Whenever it's all said and done.
When it's all said and done, I want everybody to just remember that, I gave it my all. I really did. I'm a guy from the South. Never let nobody tell you you can't make it from where you from, regardless if you're from a small town or big town. It's all about your drive. And I feel like I got so much drive in me. I don't care if I don't make it. Hopefully, I can inspire the next guy, that's looking up to me to inspire them to make it. So, I just want to be remembered that I was somebody that gave it my all, and I was,
Most
and I wasn't afraid to be told yes or no.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So also speaking on that a little bit,
Hmm.
we have so many young and up and coming artists, rising through the ranks, coming up through the ranks, and they're looking at people like yourself,
Hmm.
to for things like advice and things of that nature. So what advice do you have for the young up and coming talent of today?
Learn the business first before you even put out a song. Learn the business first, because, like I say, it's all of 95% business and 5% music. Because you have to realize, I mean, I kind of knew it, but then I just got more into it when I started listening to my own music. If you sell 40,000 streams, that doesn't mean you're gonna get $40,000. You might
Right.
you might get
Right.
probably a
Let's be
check for
real.
forty
Right.
dollars.
Right.
So you have to keep in mind, it's all about building your resume, and your resume is making sure that you got some good music to make these DJs want to play your music, to make sure that you get these shows booked that's going to pay you good money, because that's where all your money comes from, those shows, to
Right.
be honest.
Right.
So just know, really, really take your time, learn the business first before you want to put out a song, so you don't feel like you're getting jilted, and have fun with it. And you also have to have a plan in the music game. You have to have a plan A to a plan Z, point blank in the period.
That's true. I
Yeah.
agree. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Now let me ask you this, man. When it comes to era of music, I mean,
Yeah.
we've had, hella eras of music, man.
Yeah.
You had the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, and then you have today's regime of music, man. But I
Hmm.
gotta know from you, what's been your favorite genre of music? Oh, your favorite era of music, should I say?
I always say the 90s. I'm a big fan of the 90s. I love Keith Sweat. I love Joe. I love Brian McKnight, Boys to Men, Brandy. Like, I love that 90s feel good music. Make you want to fall in love,
Right,
make you want to
right,
have sex, just make you want to just walk in the park. And really, the 90s music really wasn't that depressing like today's music. Because today's music, you always talking about, cheating, suicide, all that. But 90s music, it was just real good feel music.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: if you could take any song from any genre and turn it into your own, what would it be?
You said any song from a genre?
Yeah, any song from any artist, past, present, or alive. Who would if you could take that song and freestyle it into your own, what would it be?
I would say no. I gotta say Mario, "Let Me Love You."
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
love that song.
okay. I can
Yeah,
see that. I can see that taking off. Now let me
yeah.
ask you this: so whenever you get to the top, because you will, and you will become as I like to use the
Thank
term,
you.
and I say you will, and you will become a
Speak it
household
into
name.
existence.
Yeah, you will become a household name. Are you gonna be? Will you be like most celebrities? Who are who are in a sense not people friendly, or will you be able to, chop it up with the fans and the supporters, and really, give back that things of that nature?
Yeah, I would definitely. I would not be. I would definitely be a homeboy. The boy next door. I'm gonna be a friendly person, and I definitely want to share my knowledge because there's enough money out here for everyone. I'm not gonna be selfish. If I was to make it today, give me enough time to get my foot in the door, I would definitely come back. To South Carolina because we got some dope behind South Carolina artists.
Right.
And I would definitely bring them on if I can.
Most definitely,
Yeah.
most definitely. All right, so let me ask you this, man, because also, in music, man, we've had, a lot of artists whom have, who not only is it beef, but
Yeah.
they put out some great tracks together, and they've been able to mesh well together. But what I want to know from you is, when it comes to city based and state wise, who do you feel like right now state wise has the best music coming out of their area?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they got like I said, Trey Falsetto. They got the baby. What's his name? Jay Hans, the Firefly guy.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jay
Yeah.
Hans. I definitely want to work with him as well. He's a beast in R&B right now. Charlotte, North Carolina, and I see a lot. Charlotte, North Carolina, they work together.
Okay.
I guess they see that there's enough money out here for everyone, and they're working together. South Carolina, we still got a whole lot of ways to go because we be hating on each other for no reason. I hate when
Reason.
everybody
Right.
say they want to be the first to put their town on the map, but eventually, in some way, South Carolina already have been on the map. We have Angie Stone, we had Young Jeezy, and not putting on music wise. You don't always have to be the first one to put music. Don't have to be the first one to put people on the map. We already have successful people that have made it in South Carolina that's put South Carolina on the map, just not working in music though. So
Right. Right.
yeah, but North Carolina is definitely Charlotte is definitely got some good music coming from that city.
Okay. Okay. Now, real quick, when it comes to when it comes to performing, you being on stage, man,
Yeah.
like, how do you mentally up here get prepared to go out there on stage and do your thing? Like, how do you mentally prepare for yourself for that?
I say a prayer, no lies. I say a prayer. I practice a lot before I even do my show. And I just go out there and have fun because, like, I'm gonna be honest, some people, like I say, my home people, they know my music. Some people, I'm trying to convince them to listen to my music. So if I mess up, they don't know that I mess up until they go listen to the song. So I just go out there and have fun with it. I try to interact with my people because you don't want to give a boring show.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So, because I was going to ask about that. So, whenever you do a show,
Hmm.
I was going to ask for all the new people that will be, tuning in to you and just, getting to know you for the first time.
Hmm.
What can they be excited? What can they look for when they come to a Justin DeMond show?
So what you can look for is going to be a lot of energy.
Okay.
I'm definitely sing my heart out.
Okay.
And I'm definitely at the end of my show, at the end, I'm done completing doing my set. I'm gonna give you an R&B song. I mean, not an
Okay.
R&B song, a '90s song. So you expect to hear my music mixed in with a little bit of '90s and the little
Okay.
'90s hit.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hmm.
All right. And so my last and final thing, man, is,
Hmm.
you know when it comes to dreams,
Hmm.
because we all have dreams that we
Yeah.
want to accomplish and pursue.
Hmm.
But before the end of 2021, what is your number one dream that you want to accomplish before this year or your life is over?
My number one dream is to have a song on the iTunes chart.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. That's just it. And then, hey, and if that's it for me, then that's it for me. At least I can say I'm Justin DeMondo. I'm from South Carolina, and did have a song on iTunes charts. That's big. It's big to have your song on Billboard, but I can start small. I want to start small. I at least want to have my song on the iTunes charts.
Most definitely, most
Hmm.
definitely. Okay, okay. Well, Justin, bro, I have definitely enjoyed this
Thank you for having
conversation,
me.
man. This has truly been amazing. Definitely
Thank you.
glad I have a chance to meet you.
Yeah,
I definitely can't wait to bring you back, because I will bring you back. The door is always open if you want to
got
come
you.
back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
thank you.
Definitely feel free.
Thank you.
Real quick before we wrap this up, I'm gonna
Hmm.
let you ask me a question. I usually give the people, give the
Yeah.
guests a chance to ask a question. So I'm gonna let you ask any question you want. I'm gonna answer it, and then I'm gonna give you two more. I'm gonna get two more things in there, and then we're gonna wrap this thing on up.
All right. So I'm gonna give how many questions I get to ask you?
You get the one. You get
One.
one.
So what's your favorite song off my EP? One of I Live For.
Ooh, we boy. Well, I should know you was gonna come here with that one. Uh, honestly, to be honest with you, bro,
Yeah, I need one. Don't say all. Give me one.
I gotta say the first one.
The first one, Say.
Say, yeah,
Okay. That's
that's a vibe. I
okay.
had to listen to it a couple more times. I was like, okay,
Okay.
I can get with that. So,
Thank you.
I definitely, again, your project is definitely something that it's fresh, it's new, it's unique.
Yeah.
Your trajectory and your delivery is spot on point, and
Thank you.
I definitely love that about it. You can hear what you're saying. You're not mumbling. You're not talking fast. None of that. So
Yeah.
that's definitely a major part
Thank
of
you.
music. And I try to let artists know that whenever you're putting out a project or an album, you got to make sure that it's relatable for one.
That's
You got to
true.
make sure that it can be understood and taken as such.
Yeah.
And then for three, I said definitely make sure that the people are able to understand, why you're not so much why you're putting out the EP, but where the music is coming from within. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Most definitely. But like I said, I definitely have enjoyed this conversation. Real quick, what can we be on the lookout for from you for the rest of this year, and then let people know where they can follow and tap in with you at.
Yes, so I do have my video for Yes No that's dropping real soon. Hopefully Sunday. I would definitely let you know. You can find me on all social media, on Instagram at Mr. Justin Demond, Facebook at Justin Demond. All my music is on all music platforms. And this year you could just expect some more singles coming out, and I'm definitely trying to start do my own showcase.
Most definitely,
Yeah.
most definitely. We definitely look forward to it. We all are here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, thank you so much for taking the time to chop it up with us right here on Independent Scene Podcast, the hot
Thank
seat.
you.
You know what I'm saying? This has been your boy Hunter J23. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you guys next time on another edition. And you are now tuned into the latest How to Show on every side of the show on social media platforms, Independent Scene Podcast. This is your boy Hunter J23, and we out of here. Let's go.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.